Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Posh Cat Eyes Unfiltered, and welcome back to My Mom Your Dad dating reality show. It's the hottest show on TV here in Australia, and we are on to episode 6. Like I said at the start, this is literally a show that's on steroids. It's that fast and they're just running it as they go. Now, episode 6 started off from where we left off in episode 5, where we saw the single parents having a 60s style theme party or dinner celebration. And that saw Shane and Christy declare the prom and queen. Now, episode 6 started off with us finding out that winning the title of prom king and queen just get you obviously goodies, and they won a privacy suite. So like I think it's a secluded apartment away from the mansion that the single parents are actually staying in. In this privacy suite, they probably get the alone time they haven't actually received whilst on the mansion, given that there's so many other people, in their spaces trying to encroach on their personal and their privacy, as well as trying to get to know each other. Now, what did Shane and Christy do? They decided, okay, we've already had our first kiss, we've gone on so many dates already, we have another date scheduled ahead of us, so we're going to give this gift away. Darren, who was the one that read out the message, asked Petula to see if she's keen to come on this privacy honeymoon like date with him, to which she confirmed yes. They went on this honeymoon, and for me, I was like, these guys are just wasting this whole honeymoon, because the idea is to get further acquainted and probably intimate with each other. I don't think that happened for this two, because they went in there, tried to chat about their relationship. There was no touching of any kind. There was no physical attraction from where I am looking from. From a vantage point, there was just nothing connecting them physically. We didn't get to see much as cameras obviously are not allowed for the long haul. So we cut back into the house, as well as the kids' bunker. Obviously the kids had got their own take, because they were watching right through to see if their parents would definitely their relationship would blossom. And no surprise, it really didn't for me. And guess what? Cheeky Shane and Christy, what did they do? Shane decided to sneak in. He's literally snuck into the female's bedroom and into Chris's shower session. I don't know what happened in there. All I can tell you that there was just a lot of heavy breathing, and I don't know. Let's just say Shane is not as innocent as he looks. He comes up demure, he comes up really gentlemanly, but dude has got some cheekiness to him. And I think Christy likes it. That again tells Christy he's just not a plain Jane. You could get more out of him. Good on him. How could you? Now, morning time, and Petula and Darren are out of the honeymoon suite. Of course, the other housemates or the other single parents were so eager to hear all what happened, or all the shenanigans that went down in the honeymoon smooth or whilst during their privacy time. Darren, actually, I said, nothing really happened. We did have a lot of chat, and the distance thing between us came up, and I'm not ready to move over to her. And Petula didn't want to give a lot away. Well, there was nothing to give. Petula was like, I'm not going to talk about it. Oh, boom. Nothing happened, guys. I could tell you that much. Nothing. That's why she's not telling you anything. Nothing happened. So she wants to try and make you feel like something really did happen, but nothing happened. Now, we do find out that Tess was, also feeling the distance with the relationship, as that's going to factor in on her decision making, because as you know, the kids get to decide ultimately if their parents are suited for each other. Tess did say the dad is not willing to move. Petula's son, on the other hand, isn't sure if her mom will be making the move, At the end, at some point when we had a commitment sit down with the host of the show, Petula did affirm that she is looking at moving to the East Coast once her kids are out of school. So there you go. Petula is willing. She is willing to give this a go. So from her side, there's no hesitation whatsoever. We just get to see what happens at the end of this particular show, which it looks like it's going to come to an end maybe this week, if I'm not mistaken. They are already looking at the end game. Commitment is already being the focal point for the host, the kids, as well as the single parents. So we'll see how this plays out as I continue on. We head over to the kids bunker. Here, Kayla and Millie have won an influence prize. Now, this influence is going to play a huge factor to Shane and Chrissy's date. We all know the one a date from the show from earlier on in the I think it was episode 5 now. And so, of course, you know the kids often have a role to play when their parents go on dates, and this time Kayla and Millie will be chaperoning their opposite parents. So Kayla chaperones Christy and Millie chaperones Shane, and they will be trying to get information out of their parents to see if their parents are well suited for each other, as well as also listening in on the date. Oh my god, this show is crazy. It kicked right off. Millie went on the ride with Shane's dad. She was asking us some of the, those picky questions or leading questions that would make him, reveal a little bit more. He didn't really say much. He just say, "Oh, I'm going on a beautiful day with the new person I've met. I like her a lot," And Millie was trying to edge him on. There wasn't really much coming out from him, but according to Millie, from what she got, she seemed satisfied. Kayla, on the other hand, did get a little bit from Christy, because Christy is an open book. She talks. When she's happy, she's very expressive. She did say, "Oh my god, I like him. I'm so happy we're going on this date. I've clicked the most with him. We got right on with, like kids on with ice cream, like on heat essentially." And she was happy to share that with Kayla. Kayla and Millie did listen in on their conversation, as well as when they were sharing all those pashes. They both seem happy for now. Again, I always say for now, because as you all know, things can kick off to the left as fast as it's been kicking off to the right. So I will see, and I'll come here and update you as these changes happen. But for now, Millie and Kayla seem happy for their parents. Apparently, they're already calling themselves sisters. They are so happy to become sisters. But again, is that going to be the end of? Is that going to be how it ends? We will certainly just watch now. Space. To the slow bloomer, Heath. Heath is still struggling when it comes to winning Michelle's heart. Now, during the disco party they had, Heath tried to, come on and give Michelle a pass, to which Michelle was like, "No, I don't play that game. Slow down now, mate." That did hurt Michelle's feeling, and he took a step back. And I think I'm actually on Michelle's side here. Like, you don't just, come on that strong. She only just met you. You trying to map a stamp of approval or map a stamp of territory doesn't sound well for a matured woman as Michelle, who seems to be a free spirit. She's free spirit. She likes to be free and not be held down or tied down if she's not approving of that. And so, although he's feeling got bruised, I am saying, man, good on you, Michelle. Stand your ground. If you're not ready for it, don't go in. I'm not going to be going at your pace. You go at my pace, or we go according to the pace that suits the moment. And Heath is still trying to let that hurt off him. Michelle, realizing that he was offended slightly, pulled him to the side to have a conversation and to let him know how she's feeling and why she is taking a step back or hesitating or trying to give put a pause to intimacy right away. In fact, for her, this is not the norm. She is known to be, she knows to go in real hot and fast, but this time she wants to slow it down and take her time. There was a conversation about the fact that she does date young. This did offend him a little bit because from his past, he's been cheated on, and so that is not something that he would like to see happen again. And for me, Michelle is a straight shooter. She tells you as it is. Well, Michelle's got a past. You have a past too. She is now looking at something different. Let's just give each other, the benefit of the doubt. Her coming out to say, I do date young, should tell you, okay, thank you for putting it out there. Now, where are you right now at this stage of your life or in your life and relationship as we progress? She only just met you 2 days ago, so give it time. He, again, came too. That's a gentleman that he is, understanding. I just want to see where this takes them. I don't know how this is going to play out. Again, it's a bit hit and miss for me when it comes to this too. It's a little forceful, but we'll see. So the singles were gathered by Kate, the host, for a truth session. This got really emotional, guys. And the truth session was to help them assess where they are at in their relationship, given that the experiment, or they are coming to the end of the retreat, or their stay in the retreat, and decisions have got to be made as to if there's going to be a commitment with who they have connected with right now on the show. And so they were gathered, they sat down with the kids, of course, watching it over at the kids bunker. Ro was asked if he was ready to introduce his son to Carol, to which he said no, he wasn't ready. Yeah, he's getting to know her, but there's a lot more that's, it's involved when you are trying to have your significant other that you just met, meet your only child or your dearest and your most valuable possession, which is your kid. And he's like, that's just where he sits at. I thought Carol was going to take it the wrong way, but Carol is so matured. Her spirit was like in support of Rose's decision. Again, she is a very strong, beautiful woman. She just opened her heart. She's open to meet someone. She's interested in having something with Ro. We don't know where Ro heads is at. A bit hesitant. I guess he's trying again to be sure that this is what he wants before stepping in. Mel, who's still trying to bloom in this show, focused her truth or her session on her son. The fact that the son is gay and how it is accepted in the Greek community, and how she is just, focused and dedicated her life and her love for her kids. And, that has taken central in her life. And the fact that this is the one time where she's getting to, live again. It's a struggle for her, but she's met and made friends. That's the word she used, met and made friends. Team that was close to her, said the same thing. His son is his word. He's, again, open to meeting people, which is why their kids have introduced them to this show, and they are happy where they are at. In this session, Darren got to find out that Petula was again ready to move, like I said earlier. Chrissy and Shane didn't want to label where they are at. They didn't want to say they're boyfriend and girlfriends, but we know where they are at. They are happy. They are good together. They love their vibe. They can, they're looking forward to the outside world and where this relationship goes post-production. It was really heartwarming. Neil, I totally forgot about Neil. Neil is still trying to, find a connection with Michelle. And so he doesn't have a lot of time. He did say he came here open heart looking for, and he's happy where he's at, and he's going to still try and make the most of his time in the show. Good on you, Neil. Adele, you came in a little bit late. Collections have already slowly been formed, and there isn't anyone coming into the experiment anymore. It's just this, guys, and whatever happens from here on out, Kate did emphasize we are coming to the end of the retreat, and so decisions are going to be made, and that will determine who stays and who goes from this episode today, which you're going to find out very soon. It came to an end. They were all emotional. The kids, were crying, knowing that their parents, have this high standard of love and affection for them was so touching. It was really, really, really a very moving scene for me. I enjoyed it. Now, following the truth session, Ro pulled Carol aside, went to the jacuzzi where, they got to really dig deep. And here, Ro revealed to Carol that he lost his mom, to cancer. I don't want to be speculative now, to cancer. And Carol then also made known to Ro that she also had a tumor removed from her breast. And they bonded over that tragedy, and it brought them a little bit closer. They were able to have an in-depth communication, which I think made Ro have a different perspective to Carol, because Carol has always been very like the life of the party. She's been, very out there, more on serious and playful. Now with this, conversation, it gave her substance and depth from Ro's perspective. Hopefully, this is the opening that Ro needs to, start forming and building a connection, a deeper connection with Carol. So, challenge time for the kids. Kate walked to the kids' bunker to tell them that they've got a challenge on their hands. As we all know, the blessing ceremony is fast approaching. And so this particular challenge winner has got a good influence as to, having a good opportunity to be able to discern what she wants for her for her parents going into the blessing ceremony. And the challenge involved the kids answering a few truths and false questions about their parents, and the one with the most answers, wins the challenge. And the challenge involves them having 3 burning questions for the significant or the person of interest that their parents is currently having relations with in the house. Guess who won? None other than Kayla. And yeah, boy, she was ready. So she had 3 questions for Christy. Now, these questions are going to be asked by an interviewer, not Kayla, of course. But Kayla obviously is the one posing these questions, and she would then watch Chrissy's response, which she did. Her first question was the fact that if she was keen on getting married again, and she said no, to which was pleasing to Kayla because she said her dad isn't looking at being remarried. The second question was about being a party animal, like would they want to have more quality time with their significant other or party with their girlfriends, to which Chrissy answered, for me, honestly, she said, I would want a bit of both because it creates a balance. You can't just be with your significant other 24/7. It doesn't work like that. You need your own alone time to have that balance. Kayla, on the other hand, saw it differently, and with reasons. She says her mom was a party animal, and that was ultimately what led to the demise of their relationship with her dad. And so she is questioning her answer. Well, girl, you're a little bit intense for me, and I don't know what to say. Good luck, Chrissy. The third question now was the deal breaker for Kayla. So the question went, will you be a mother figure to Kayla? And Chrissy was like, I have to be careful what I say. If Shane and I continue on the outside world, and I'm happy to play a mom figure for Kayla, but I think she's going to be a bit difficult to manage or a bit hard to control. And Kayla was, taken aback or was upset by her answer. For me, Chrissy is being 100% honest here. You're a matured girl. How am I going to play a mother figure when I don't even know your personality? And I already hear that you literally control your dad's relationship. So again, you're going to be a difficult child. And I'm hoping it won't be the case, but that's the perception I'm getting. Kayla is like, that is going to influence come blessing time. And I'm like, Chrissy, I don't know if you want this guy. Yeah, the guy is all right. Dada is a bit of a hit and miss for me. But that is just my opinion. I didn't know parents and kids had this much influence over who their parents date. It is an eye-opener. It's a lot. I'm learning a lot from it as well. And I don't know if I want this sort of parent. But hey, I cannot judge. We're just watching the show, right? We'll see how this plays out. I am curious to see what happens come blessing time. Now, episode 6 ended with with a bit of a curveball that I didn't see coming, guys. So Kate, the host, came into the parents' mansion once again, and she's not a bearer of good news most times. I was a bit taken aback. I was like, why is she here? Before I get into this, we did see that Tim try to make another go at trying to see where he was at with Mel. Again, Mel is a bit closed off. That's all I can say. She's so closed off that she's got no clue what she wants. I just feel she's not ready. Poor Mel. She's beautiful, but I don't know if she's not ready. She needs to go back and just reevaluate. Maybe do things a little bit differently, not on camera. That's just what I think. Anyway, back to Kate. So she's like, well, they've all been trying to make romantic connection. In fact, that's the reason they came to the show, right? Yeah. And now is the time, and leading up to the blessings, they need to then tell us where their heart is, because we are right to the end of this whole thing. So we need to know where you're at, and if you're not making any connections, you need to sayonara. Which was a shock to the parents. And Darren and Petula were asked, where are you guys at? Are you still ready? Do you want to keep on going? Are you connecting? Is there anything that's going to blossom out of this? They both answered to the affirmative. Yes, we like each other, and we are going to stay on to see where this leads us. Next up, Michelle and Heath. I'm not giving in the order at which they came. And yeah, they both decided, yes, we're going to commit to each other, leaving Neil, as the only one not having anyone to connect with, because everyone else seemed to be a couple. Carol and Ro decided, yes, we're going to continue on and see where this whole thing leads us. Of course, we all know Shane and Christy are together. Even though they're not labeling the relationship, they are together. And it got to Mel, which was the surprise of the night. Not for me, because I saw it coming. Mel said she was ready to go home. Which was a shock to Tim, because I think Tim would probably just kept on, to see if there was anything that was going to come out of the relationship. Mel said, I'm tired. I'm tired. I can't fake this anymore. I'm ready to go home. And that meant Tim, would ultimately have to exit the show, which was the case. So Neil, Tim, and Mel left on the night. They didn't leave they left, but not without finding out that their kids had been watching them the entire time. And when they got to the kids' bunker, they were received with lots of love and hugs and laughter. It was fun to see that Mel is loved by everyone. Her personality is so beautiful. We just want to see it translate to her believing in herself and eventually finding someone that deserves her. And that is where we end this chapter, or episode 6. We're going to find out what happens next in episode 7. Until then, be safe, and I'll see you soon.